Here we go, Tuerck. We're gonna settle this once and for all.
Let's see who's worse.
See who's worse at basketball. I know I got a lot to do on my car, so I'd rather be doing that than smoking you in basketball.
Yeah, I know you got a lot of work, but how'd the weekend go?
So, I mean, you saw my clutch go down.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun. Well, the master, I should say, the master. Yeah, we're gonna swap that. We're also gonna swap the motor out.
Swap the motors?
Yeah, we're gonna put that AMS motor in.
Oh, the new race motor.
That's right. New AMS motor going in, another 800 RPM. A little more power, a little tighter compression. How about you? You juicing yours up? Your car looked good. It was solid.
It felt good. Performed better than we expected. So.
All right. It wouldn't be an FD Long Beach weekend if we didn't have a couple parties leading up to it, though.
It's the season kickoff. You gotta have parties. Top 8, baby. That's it.
Yeah,
but
me too.
No crashes.
Yep.
No mechanicals.
I had a little one.
And just build off of that, dude. I'm pretty happy with it.
I'm pretty pumped on it, but I do have to swap my whole motor.
Not because of any mechanicals.
Yeah.
You put your race motor in.
The motor's good. We're gonna get that thing swapped in, and then we'll use the Long Beach motor as our spare.
Yep.
And we're set to go, man.
Nice, dude.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Going back for the win there, man. I'm getting my redemption on you. I'll see you in the finals, dog.
See you in the finals, bro.
We should probably just wrap this up and get back to work.
I agree, dude.
Call it dead even. So as you may or may not know, Formula Drift cars are a lot of upkeep. And so we are prepping this car for the East Coast swing. There are 3 rounds that we're gonna do without the car ever coming back to home base. So with that, we wanna swap in our all new AMS Alpha VQ engine because we learned a couple things in the off season about how to get some more RPM out of it, almost 9,000 RPMs out of the new engine. Even though this motor is running good and very strong, this will become a backup spare, and there's nothing wrong with having an extra spare. We wanna put in the fresh motor, higher revs, more power band, ready to rock. Motor's out, motor's on the ground. Probably could have done it a little bit faster, but we're also being cautious, checking things as we're taking it apart, looking at the hose routing, trying to make sure that we can do it a little differently next time so that it is quicker. So if we do have to do this job at the track, which I hope we don't, the job will be maybe half the time. Everything looks good, came out pretty easily, so now I have to swap a couple of the components over to the new engine. Things like the sway bar bracket to the subframe, the transmission of course, the engine harness, get that swapped over, back in, ready to go by tonight.
All right, we're here at RS. It's not just Chris and I's cars that get worked on. I'm here with my buddy Will from Rap Legends and his partner Cartier behind us. You guys have a very outlandish Lamborghini, and I know that you're doing some work to it right now, so take me through what you guys are installing.
Yeah, B-Rogue from Chicago. He gave us a full system titanium exhaust. We're just finishing that up. We're gonna put that on. Then we're gonna put our spoiler back on. We designed it. Sadistic built the whole spoiler together. Yep. And then obviously Dom, your buddy, he just finished our headliner. He put on that Starlight from like the Rolls Royce.
Yep.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Are trying our best to keep the car subtle, obviously.
Yeah, right. No, it looks awesome, dude, and glad to have you guys at RS. It's nice to look at some exotics roll through here rather than just our, our JDM imports.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
just got off the phone with my good friend Chris Forsberg. He called me up looking for somebody to drive the Motegi Super Drift Invitational this weekend, and they offered me a spot. I'll be one of the only Pro 2 drivers driving there. Only problem is I was planning on having my car done next month for Pro 2 Atlanta, so I got quite a bit of work to do. Big thanks to Advanced Auto Parts for helping me get out there. But before we get to work, let's check out my whip. Here it is, this is it, the gray girl. This is my 91 Nissan 240SX. I bought this thing back in 2013, bone stock, and as you can see, it's not stock anymore, but I did everything myself with the help of Chris Forsberg and friends. It's a stroked LS3, so it's a 416 cubic inch pushrod V8 Chevy motor. It does about 510 horsepower to the wheels. It's high compression, fully forged everything, internals. It's very reliable, it makes a bunch of power, and it sounds good, in my opinion. I absolutely love this thing. We've got some good steering angle on here. We got the BC Racing coilovers on it. These things are absolutely awesome. Cosmos wheels, I've been running these since I started doing Pro-Am in 2014. These guys, I really like the styling of the wheels, and they're really good guys over there, so thanks, Bill. Fairly standard to drifting. It is a side shift 4-speed dog engaged transmission made by G-Force. So really strong transmission, straight cut gears. You don't have to use the clutch to shift, which is a definite plus when you're drifting. You gotta slap those gears hard and quick, so that's good. I did the cage in it. I used to do cages all the time, so this was actually one of my first. Moving on back, we have a Winters Performance quick change differential. Since I don't have a whole lot of power underneath the hood, this is a big helping factor for us. So you can dial in that gear range absolutely perfect per track. And as you can see, I spent a whole lot of time making this thing the way that I want it, so it's able to bounce off the walls and handle the abuse that I'm gonna throw at it. Well, that's a quick look at my S13. This is the only drift car I've ever had. I have a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. Honestly, I've done all of it myself. I can't wait to go and drive the streets of Long Beach. I've never driven there before, and I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of, I gotta get going. So we accomplished pretty much everything we were looking to do, so that's really sweet, but I definitely couldn't have done it myself. So I had to call in my dad, so he flew in from Washington today, and then my buddy AJ came down as well. So we were all thrashing on this thing. We managed to get it done, so all we gotta do now is load it up on the trailer and we'll be ready for tomorrow. Well, first run, it was definitely a little bit on the conservative side, so we kind of flicked in a little bit early, was kind of feeling out the walls a little bit. Once you like come down that straightaway, you're like moaning through the gears, like first gear's long, and then second, and then third, and then fourth, and you're like, God dang, I'm going fast, like I don't know about all this. And you just kind of flick into the first corner, and then the car has a ton of side bite with these Nexen tires, so it's slowing us down really quick, and then you get back on the power, and it's just home sweet home. Like it's, as soon as you come around that first corner, you can finally see what you're doing. It narrows down, and then you just kind of chuck it at the wall, and you can just kind of see all the fans in your peripheral, and it is freaking sick. It felt great. I want to do it again. I want to keep driving. Race at Long Beach, man. Today was a really, really good time. It was really sweet to just be able to try and figure out that initiation as best I could. It's completely blind, so it's like a really sketchy entry. Then we went up against my friend, GTP Justin Pollock, killer driver. I overcooked it just a little bit on the initiation, gave him like a nice little bump, let him know I was there, finished out the rest of the course, and then we flicked back in the final hairpin, bumped one more time, just to make sure that was that. So they ended up giving it to him. My lead run was a little bit far off all the walls. Good time overall, and I just want to keep driving, that's all.
This is mine. I'm taking that back. You can't have this. I'm taking it.
Get your own wheels.
Guys, it is time to throw away the brake cleaner. This is the only thing you need in your toolbox. The Regain parts cleaner from BlackOut. It has PEA, which is the strongest cleaning agent there is. It's also in BlackOut, the fuel additive. This will clean your rear ends, your oil pans, your throttle bodies, your engine blocks, everything under the sun. Anything you use brake cleaner for, this Regain will do it better.
So yeah, we're out in the rig, we're getting it ready because it's heading for the East Coast for the next 3 rounds of FD. We have a lot of spares, a lot of parts. We're going through our bins, fittings, hardware, everything to make sure that they're organized and see if we're missing anything. It's tedious stuff, you know, it takes time, but it's the effort that you put in before the rounds that count towards having a good weekend.
Sam, get the heck out of here, dude.
Yeah,
We got
dude.
stuff to do.
We got stuff to do. We're gonna sit here and just move these fittings from here to here. You know, how else are we gonna get this job done if you don't leave?
All right, here we go.
Every day is leg day.
A little more. Stop. All right.
Ready?
Okay.
Good?
There's plenty in. Yeah. Hot dog, yeah.
Okay, here we are. The place with the most advanced auto parts. Place with the most. I got everything in stock, everything we need. We're gonna use the BlackOut jet spray carbon choke cleaner. This stuff works great. Okay, easy as that. Back to the track.
Well, here we are, Formula Drift Round 2, and all that work that we just did, that you all just watched, we actually undid last night. We put the Long Beach motor back in. We had a small issue with the engine. We chased after it for a while, decided to just, you know, pull the plug, put this motor in. It's a runner. Let's get on the track.
Everything feels great. Car's solid. Qualifying yesterday went well. We had some drama in practice where Odie smashed into us, and we had to replace a bunch of stuff. Nailed our first qualifying run with a 93. Put us in 6th coming into today. And now we're about to run some tandem. We're about to do the fun stuff. So I'm pumped, and it's going to be a good day.
Your winner here in the NOS Energy Drink 370Z on Nexton Tires, Chris the Force Forsberg!
Well, you had a hell of a day, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. Yours wasn't so bad either, man.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, I'll take that, man.
Like I said, Florida is not my favorite track.
Absolutely
but it's all
not.
right. It's all right today.
It wasn't too bad to us this weekend.
Today's all right. I'll give it
Here's-
an okay.
You squeaked me on this one, of
I
course.
got you, bro.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
you with the 93,
You
bro.
always
I know
do.
you had an arm tied behind your back,
Oh,
but
that's
I'm gonna
fine.
take it.
You
dude.
always
I'm
get
gonna
it in
take
qualifying. You can have qualifying, man.
Hey, I don't know if you knew, but you haven't won an event since like 2014.
Yeah,
Jared
I don't know,
said
yeah.
it like 10 times, but I don't know if you heard that on the
maybe I could
microphone.
have some more people remind me when the last time I won an event.
2014, dude.
We've only won 2 championships since then, but
Yeah.
apparently they really like the wins. Stamps on the door. Von Gittin, Jonathan Castro, Peter Witchek, Frederick Osbo, James Dean.
That's a long list, dude.
There's 3 champions in that list.
That's a long ass list.
Yeah. I got Byron. Oh man. Rough start, dog.
I got Kristaps.
Fast car.
I got JTP.
Oh yeah.
And then that was a close one against James Dean.
Almost had him. Should have got him, dude.
You all wanted to see Chris and I run, right?
That's right.
All of you people here. 1 and 4 is a lot closer than 1 and 16 or 1 and whatever the hell.
I'll take a dog. Hey man, if you want first next time, I'll be happy with 4. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we just always want to say, please like and subscribe to the show, and we want to hear what you think your favorite battle was from the weekend. Yeah, tell us, leave it in the comments below. See you next time.